Hi there, it's Tony here. So just a quick gear video on my winter gear. A lot of people have asked to see this and are curious about my gear, so here it is. So here we begin with my backpack. It is a 58-liter Fjällräven. It's perfect size for me. It's working really well, and you can see I've got the Canadian flag patch on there. I had intentions of sewing on a different province patch each time I entered a new province, but unfortunately I'm not able to sew through such heavy fabric. So I do have the patches with me, and I'm going to get someone to sew all of them on once I reach a place where there's a seamstress that can do that for me. And on my pack I've got my bear spray here. Haven't needed that obviously yet, no bears. The only time I've actually come into any kind of questionable situations has been big dogs on the farms. I've also got this is my pack cover, my winter cleats here that I'll be using and do use every time I'm walking in the ice. And I also have an air horn attached to it here, which is kind of the first line of defense when it comes to wildlife. Now for sleeping, you can see I've got my Thermarest. This is the one I was talking about on the last video. That goes on the ground. Next to it is this Thermarest, which is a winter inflatable. It does inflate to 5 centimeters or close to 2 inches in height, and it's insulated, so it keeps me nice and warm. My sleeping bag is in this compression sack here, and as I had mentioned, that is a minus 30 down sleeping bag, a mummy bag. It's been keeping me more than warm enough. Next to the sleeping pad here, this is the tent. Oh, and I don't have the pole with me, but it's just a simple aluminum pole that's still tucked into the backpack. On top of that, you'll see down in here, that's my clothing bag. It's just a dry bag that I put my clothing in, and right now a few of my items of clothing are drying. They're hanging. I had washed them. And over here is this is the Ursack. That's the food bag that I keep all of my food in. When bear season comes around, I can tie that to a tree, and it should be fine with bears around. Next to it here is my toque. I wear that almost all the time. And above it is another dry sack. I use that if I need to tuck things away on a rainy day, or it actually comes in really handy when I'm shopping. It's my shopping bag that I use. For my warm layer is this Patagonia insulated kind of puffy jacket. It is it's a very lightweight, and it's synthetic. I don't wear that very often with the anorak that I've got, but now that I'm sending the anorak away, it'll probably be my top layer on most days, and I'll just wear a t-shirt underneath it when it's really warm out. I do have a wool sweater that I wear often. You've seen that in videos, and that one's going to stay with me the whole trip. I know I don't need it in the summertime, and it's quite heavy and bulky, but it doubles as my pillow, and I'm going to keep using that. And below that, I've got a rain jacket and the rain pants that I wear almost every day. Right now I'm wearing my regular kind of cotton pants. You can see them there. And those are what I wear when it's not miserable and raining out. But like I said, lately I've been wearing those rain pants almost all the time, exclusively. Below that, here you've got my little pouch, and that is just a sling pack that I wear in the front. All my electronics go in there, my journal, and the snacks that I'm eating during the day. Over here we've got my boots. Those are Keen Winter Hikers. Sorry, I can't remember the name of them. Yeah, the model number, whatever you want to call it. I don't know that, but they've been fantastic. They're very waterproof, and on most days when they're not soaking wet, they are more than warm enough. In the springtime, I'll be changing those up to just some Keen hiking boots, and those will probably take me the rest of the way across the country. Most days I wear just these gloves right here. They're just a lightweight wool stretchy kind of glove. You know, for most of the time when I'm walking, I'm generating enough heat that keeps me warm enough. But when it's windy, wet, or very cold out, I've got these leather mittens over here. And once things warm up and I don't need those anymore, they'll be left behind. Yeah, I'll just keep these woolen gloves right here. I'll keep those throughout the trip, as there are a lot of days in the summer and the fall even that things can get cold enough in the evening and in the morning that they'll come in handy. Next to that is my journal. I write in that every day. 2 pair of glasses, my regular glasses and my sunglasses next to that, and above it I've got my water bottle and a little pot that I use for most of the cooking that I do. I also have another bigger pot that is part of my stove, and I'll explain all of that more in a camp video once I'm set up somewhere. So for the most part, that is everything that I take with me. It all fits in the backpack except for the thermarest, the folding thermarest. So one more little addition that I'll make here that I didn't explain well enough, and that's the electronics that I've got. I have a GoPro that I'm recording on right now. I have my phone with me. I have 3 batteries for the GoPro and a charger. And I also carry a battery pack with me that I can charge my phone and the GoPro with. I haven't had to kill that yet, actually. I'm sure I can charge my iPhone 2 or 3 times easily with that, and that should buy me enough time in between towns. But so far I haven't had to use it all up. And all of that gets carried in the front in my little pouch. And the reason I do that is because I know the battery life is going to be shortened considerably in the cold. So once things warm up, springtime's around, and I don't have to worry about things freezing anymore, I'm not going to be carrying that sling pack in front of me anymore. Or if I do, it's going to have just snacks and you know, a few things that I need throughout the day. But yeah, that's my gear. All right, take care.